Season finales are either a satisfying climax or a total letdown for fans. After devoting hours to watching a series, fans expect to feel satisfied by the ending, but sometimes the show struggles to finish. Just like a bad ending can completely ruin an otherwise good film or book, a TV show's final episode can leave such a bad taste in one's mouth that it can change one's perspective on an entire series. And there have been a lot of truly terrible series finales over the years, both for shows that were already awful and for ones that were extremely popular during their runs. From the television shows that went wrong at the climax to programs that violently zigged when they should have zagged, here are 10 most hated TV finales you will not want to watch twice. Number 10. Star Trek Enterprise. Enterprise is one of the most hated finales of any of the Star Trek shows to date. The series delivers a final episode that was disappointing and frustrating in equal measure. As the events of the episode unfold, both fans and cast expressed anger at the show's finale, with a feeling that the episode's disconnected framing devices, as holodeck recreation put forth by the Next Generation's crew, went wrong. Plus, the death of Commander Tucker was a big point of contention. These voyages, which end the 4 seasons of increasingly well-told stories on a sour note, cheapened the importance of Enterprise's key characters and events so much that viewers couldn't help but feel let down. Number 9. 2.5 Men. This CBS show was arguably doomed from the moment Ashton Kutcher replaced Charlie Sheen. The show's storyline about suddenly passing on and a random billionaire happening upon the house and deciding to buy it and to take pity on the squatter Alan, John Cryer, was unbelievable on its own. Not to mention that the show lost the half part of 2.5 Men, when Jake, Angus T. Jones, left as a regular cast member in the 10th season of the 12-season run. But the finale put the icing on the cake, as it gave the impression that Charlie wasn't dead after all, but rather kept prisoner by his longtime stalker, Rose, Melanie Linsky. In the end, a person presumed to be Charlie, but only seen from the back, arrives at the door, greeted by a piano that falls from the sky and kills him. Number 8. Roseanne. Of all the directions the popular sitcom Roseanne could have gone in during its final season, what fans ended up with remains one of the most bizarre and baffling final episodes of any show in TV history. While the episode started on a good note, the final season saw a sharp change with the previously working-class family suddenly winning the lottery. This fundamentally changed the core of the show, making it almost unrecognizable to loyal fans. It doesn't end there though, as Roseanne's series finale takes another step further. It's revealed that Roseanne's husband, Dan, didn't survive his heart attack at the end of Season 8, with the entire final season's event taking place in Roseanne's imagination, rendering the entire thing pointless and needlessly depressing. Number 7. Beverly Hillz 90210. After 10 years of airing, the ending of the Fox sitcom saw Donna, Tori Spelling, and David, Brian Austin Green, finally getting married. However, beyond their romance was Kelly, Jenny Garth. Adding more fuel to the horrible fire, Jason Priestley, who had left the show after the prior season, didn't even return in person to reprise his role as key character Brandon, and simply sent in a video message with warm wishes for his once best buds. The show was never Shakespeare, but the finale left many believing that it overstayed its welcome. Number 6. Dexter. Aired on Showtime from 2006 to 2013, Dexter viewers became completely infatuated with the title character. As a vigilante serial killer beautifully portrayed by Michael C. Hall, you couldn't help but fall in love with Dexter. Each season seemed to be better than the last at first, but the series showed signs of peaking in Season 4 when John Lithgow wowed us with a character arc as the Trinity Killer. Loyal fans continued to stick with it for the lackluster seasons that followed though, hoping for at least a satisfying ending. However, that never happened, and the finale, which felt all too rushed, just ended up angering longtime viewers for having Dexter never to have been caught or presumably kill again. Number 5. Saint Elsewhere. After 6 seasons and 137 episodes packed with long storylines and tons of medical drama, viewers came to realize that Saint Elsewhere was all a dream. an image inside the head of an autistic boy glaring into a snow globe that contained a miniature version of the hospital. With such a heartstring pull, every emotional scene and every love story was nothing more than a facade. Though the series made the medical drama a genre of its own with tons of awards and is often considered one of the greatest shows of all time, to have such an abysmal ending was a true disappointment. Number 4. Lost Finale. To those who were disappointed watching the series Lost Finale, there is more to it. The series raises many questions over its 6 seasons that the movie finale never answered. The Flash sideways plot was thrown in at the end, and the revelation that it was all a form of purgatory, as many fans felt that the Flashes only took away the mystery of the island. Were they dead all along? Are they dead now? At which point did they die? Which parts of the time-jumping story were real and which weren't? Admittedly, while many fans called this show's finale one of the worst, others appreciate the open-ended nature of the conclusion, which spurred debates and theories that are discussed to this day. Maybe that's what creators J.J. Abrams, Carlton Cuse, and Damon Lindelof intended. Either way, some clarity would have been nice to tie up the convoluted, strange, and mysterious series. Number 3. The True Blood Finale. One of the major parts of the series is Bill and Sookie's romance. How did Sookie get into the mess that became her life in the first place? To me, Bill's death at the end of the show wasn't necessarily the worst part, but the insistence that Sookie kill him so she could be happy got me thinking. Sookie was only fighting to make her own choice, and the fact that he forces her to kill him, the man she loves, for her own sake, takes all of the choices away from her. She ultimately takes him instead of giving up her powers, but still, in the end, Sookie is pregnant with the child of some man viewers don't even get to see. It hurt to put so much time and energy into these characters, and then just watch it all fall flat at the end. Number 2. How I Met Your Mother. After years of waiting to meet the titular mom, fans of How I Met Your Mother were delivered a weird shock when the series finale offered up the explanation that Ted's story was being told years after the mother died, and that he was actually in love with Robin this whole time. Not the best way to pay respects to the seasons of Robin's development that had nothing to do with Ted, right? Sure, love stories don't always have a happy ending, but with such a long, drawn-out story about how Ted met this woman, one would expect it to be a romantic love story, not a tale of the one that got away. Number 1. Game of Thrones. After 8 seasons of build-up, fan reactions to the finale of this HBO series were mixed. But many were disappointed not only with the final episode, but with the final season on the whole. Without George R.R. Martin's insight, show creators Dan Benioff and D.B. Weiss had to wing it, so to speak. To say viewers weren't satisfied with their decisions is a dragon-sized understatement. Character development was pushed to the wayside, story arcs were rushed, and popular characters weren't given the due they deserved. Many felt Daenerys' journey to becoming the Mad Queen, for example, happened far too abruptly. No one expected a happy ending for the series overall per se, but for a show that started strong and managed to keep its loyal viewers eager for its return throughout a 2-year hiatus, we expected so much more than a default king and a banished Jon Snow. And with that said, I am done. But the only way to truly end this list is to tell us which of these TV finales is your most hated show. Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this pick, do smash the like button, share, subscribe, and keep doing that for every one of our videos. And until we meet again, catch up with some of our previous videos, guys.